It's that time in the show where we check in on the crop markets with our crop marketing specialist, Dr. Todd Hubbs. And Todd, as your newsletter just recently stated, there hasn't been a lot of change in the past few weeks in the crop markets like we've been talking about the past few weeks on SUNUP, has there?
That's right. Most of our crops in Oklahoma, their prices have been bouncing around in a range at low levels because the world's in an oversupply situation. This is true of wheat, corn, soybeans, cotton, pretty much everything we grow here in Oklahoma. And we see these little rallies now and then. There's a lot of uncertainty around trade still and geopolitical events that sort of pop in and out of the markets, but it seems to be difficult to pop out of those ranges.
Well, in regards to weather, that big storm didn't just hit Oklahoma, it covered a large swath of the United States. So has that impacted prices at all, even if it's just little?
Not really. I mean, we needed the moisture in Oklahoma. That's not my preferred way to get the moisture, but I'll take it. There's two kinds of weather. There's weather in the southern hemisphere, which is impacting the South American crop, and that's been an uncertainty. That's sort of come to resolution. It looks like Brazil's going to have a massive soybean crop, and Argentina's a little bit dry, and we'll see how it works out there. And for us in the United States, it's a lot of speculation on the winter wheat, and are we going to see winter kill here and in the Black Sea region? We're weeks away from knowing that, and it is just speculation. But yeah, that cold snap brought a lot of that out. We saw a little rally over the week, and some of it was due to weaker currency, some of it was due to geopolitical stuff, some of it was due to weather, and we've pretty much given it all back.
Yeah, and as you mentioned in the world, and as we've been talking the past few weeks here in the United States and in the world, there's just an abundance of crops everywhere, it seems like.
2025 is going to go down as one of those years for most of our crops, particularly wheat. Just great crops around the world, and it's very, very competitive in the international market. Now, at these lower prices, we're moving a lot of our crops. We've got strong exports in corn and wheat, not so much in soybeans because of what was going on with the trade kerfluffle, but yeah, it's a lot of crops. We're going to have to work through them. We'll see how it plays out over the rest of this winter and into the spring and summer, but it's going to take a while, I think, to work through this oversupply situation.
So as the crops in here in Oklahoma for producers, what's your advice as spring is just on the horizon, things are going to start warming up and the crop's going to start waking up, and with these prices and uncertainty, what's your advice to producers?
Well, I've been telling folks, this range we've been playing around in, it's going to be hard to break out of it. No matter what seems to happen, if we get near the top of it, it just comes back. And this is true of all of our crops, particularly after the January report. So if you need to price some wheat or corn and you see it run up into that upper part of that range in the futures prices, our basis has been relatively stable because there's a lot of stocks in place. So think about it. Is this a place where I can price and make money or not lose as much money, right? And if you're thinking about your new crop, you need to sort of know what price is profitable for me and what kind of target price may I want to sell at. And if it ever hits that, pull the trigger. So that's what I've been talking about.
All right, thanks, Todd. Dr. Todd Hubbs, OSU Extension Crop Marketing Specialist here at Oklahoma State University.